Let us see, let us see.
We're hot on Twitch, and we'll be hot on YouTube very
Oh!
shortly.
I've just seen that now, that someone said in the YouTube chat. Let's go Mercedes Kufrada. He is not in a Sauber this time. He's in a Merc.
So
I
you've
thought
got
Kuf was gonna be like a stake replacement driver. No,
I don't
no,
think
he's
that's
actually a
right.
full. He's in the Mercedes. Okay,
Oh
cool.
yeah, because last time out in Canada, both Mercedes drivers pulled out,
And he
so
and
they
and,
had a
and
whole
Kuf
new
was still in the
lineup.
stake. Yeah. All right.
Um,
Cool. Cool.
but,
A couple
uh,
of some of the faces have moved around, and we have Axolotl in there in the McLaren, which is cool. A couple
another
more people still to
debutant.
join. Yeah, debutante. We got a couple more people still to join, hopefully, so we can have a very full grid. Um, but yeah, hello everyone, welcome in to the stream, and welcome to this old silver division race, round 4 at Austria. So of course, just want to say quickly that for anyone who doesn't know, in this, gold and silver do the same race. And silver do it the day after us. So we in gold. Oh, by the way, it's Sawtooth Thistle. I'm the defending gold champion, joined by Cody, who's another gold driver. Um,
Winner of intro. Thought I'd
yeah,
mention that,
winner
seeing
of
as you
intro. You
won.
did win intro. Yeah, I didn't win the main race actually. B plays won it, but um, I'm the defending champion of intro too, but let's not get into semantics of what championship I have and what championship I don't have. I have all of them. But yeah.
The list
So
is short for the ones you don't have.
of course we all drive strict, and this is gonna be. I want to preface this very quickly on because I have a feeling we're gonna see this a lot. We have strict track limits, and in gold we were fairly good. Like it was, I think the max was 6 seconds was the
Something like
max
that,
on
yeah.
track limits, and it was wet for half the race. We can promise you right now that 6 seconds will be the least amount of penalties on this, because Austria itself is a tricky one, and we're gonna be doing a bit of silver. This is gonna be a
Coming through turn 10.
penalty nightmare. So if we don't mention the 45 penalties that show up turn 1, just
Because we're
know
sick of it.
that you're just gonna have to figure it out. Just keep an eye on the left hand side. I'll keep the penalties up, because penalties are gonna be really, really important. But I think we're probably gonna go now. I don't know if anyone else is coming. Yeah. That one guy you were talking about who was typing just never actually said anything. He just
Yep, yeah.
stopped.
And I haven't had a message say this is their name or anything, so I
Yeah,
think we're going to head into this with 16 people.
I think we are. Not bad. 60 people. That's almost a full grid. Very good. Oh
We'll see
yeah,
if anyone can
actually,
join.
very important. As you can see, Axolotl in the McLaren. Very important to mention. The current championship leader is not here today. He is
So,
the other McLaren. So Levish is not here. So this is a big chance for Felix to make inroads big time on Levish going into this one. This is going to be an exciting one. But as we get
going
into
into
it,
this weekend,
yeah.
Felix could be 7 points behind Levish. So
Well,
see,
there
if
you
Felix
go.
was to win, he'd get 60. He'll be finish on 65.
Yeah,
And if he gets pole on the fastest lap, that'll be 67 points.
yeah.
So at the least, if he wins, he'll be 65 points, 7 behind.
Yeah, well,
But
to bring us into this, obviously, Cody, you're going to give us a lovely rundown of the track as we go
yeah.
into this session here, and I think you could take it away. Give us the rundown.
So here at Austria, it's obviously the Red Bull Ring, a very quick circuit with 3 DRS zones back to back to back. So DRS trains and mind games will definitely come into effect quite early on, I think. But the circuit is 4.3 kilometers long, or 2.7 miles for those of you that use that system. And I think us in the UK use that system as well. The drivers, all 16 drivers, will be hoping to complete all 36. Oh, Jesus. Rain.
Oh, when it's raining. Oh, okay.
So, all drivers will be hoping to complete 36 racing laps, whether we get a safety car or not. I mean, it's kind of down to chance.
There were no safety cars in gold.
No, there wasn't actually. We'd had a very clean start, so we'll see if these guys can replicate that. Yeah, this track is made up of 10 turns, so the least on the calendar, I think, is it tied with Monza at 10?
I think Monza has 11, so I think Monza has one more.
Right.
I think it definitely is the least amount of corners. It's not the shortest track though.
No, it's not.
It's got those nice long straights.
7 to the right, 3 to the left, and you could argue that the corner that Kit Kat just went through is not really a corner because
but on the sheet it is, unfortunately.
But it is a corner. So yeah, that's 10 corners, 7 to the right, 3 to the left, meaning obviously the left-hand tires will be taking most of the force, especially with all the fast-flowing corners and sections of the track where you are full throttle for most of it. And yeah, the elevation is 40 meters, so a lot of up and downs.
Yeah.
Especially going into turn 3, where it's uphill, you can actually brake later than you would expect, especially with it being so unloading on the rear tires. So, Kit Kat almost spins it coming out the final corner.
Wow! Kuf on pole, Manda very close behind. That's actually a very close front of the pack there. That actually wasn't too bad. I wish it was dry because I would have loved to have seen their time compared to the pole time of a gold.
I mean, yeah, the pole. I was about to mention that if it was dry. Okay, someone did wets. Don't know why. The pole time in gold was actually 1:40.
Yes,
so
1:04 flat.
I was hoping we could see
comparisons.
Yeah.
But look at that, top 7 within half a second of each other. This is very, very close. And it was in the wet. And only like 2 people got disqualified. That's a great result from Silver. Only 3 people got disqualified. That's a great result from Silver, don't you think?
Yeah, especially with some of the standards we have seen in recent events.
Yeah. So we might be in for a bit of a thriller here.
Oh,
and it's wet in the race.
Oh no.
God. Okay, maybe we won't get a thriller. But hey, everyone was closely matched in Silver, so maybe.
We just hope that they can get through the first few laps unscathed and just settle into the race nicely.
Yeah.
And just come out on top. Not on top, but alive.
I have to say, at the very start, before we even got into quali, Sebastian in the YouTube chat said, "Let's go Mercedes Kufrada," and he's on pole. So good shout. Good. That was a great prediction. You've done well there to get that one on.
So Kufrada's first pole position.
Kufrada's first pole position.
Cars lining up on the grid. It's eyes to lights and foot to the floor here in Austria. We have a slow start for the ones at the back.
Yeah.
Axel lost so many places off the start. I think it just got bogged down with it being wet as well.
Oh, a little bit wide from the front pack, but everyone's kind of sorting themselves out. I'm sorry, is that a clean turn 1 in Silver? Jesus,
I mean, you're kind of flirting with the line of being clean there.
Oh well, we're not clean anymore. Somebody just got a huge snap of oversteer and just smashed into Felix. That is devastating for Felix. I'm not sure who it was, but we'll definitely have to get a look at that replay. Oh, he's been caught. He's been hit again by a Williams. Oh, Felix has been just been pushed around. He's gone well wide.
He's into the gravel.
How has Manda ended up in 13th? How has Manda ended up in there? He's lost the front wing. I've missed something. We've missed something here. Manda's way down. Felix is way down. We saw what happened to Felix. I was on board with Felix.
Okay,
but what's happened to Manda?
No one's got damage so far from what I can see. So so Kit Kat has some damage to the end plate.
Hutamari went for a very aggressive dive on Dave. Koof has finished lap 1, and he is actually almost 2 seconds down the road. But there we go. We fill out the rest of the pack there.
So now that we've got the first race, the first lap excitement, hopefully calming down, Kufada's looking to just
and of course with
leave.
Of course in the wet, no DRS, so
no, there isn't.
You have to kind of make your moves on pure pace, and if everyone is kind of similarly paced in the wets, it means we're not going to get that much excitement. Obviously, I think Felix is going to want to make moves, which he is right now, because he is faster.
Vihan tries and goes down inside of turn 4, but does actually back out, and it's probably the smarter move.
We had Felix complete a move on Shiny there. And Ikala not too far behind. Ikala poor qualifying, but he's making his way up through the order.
And just got another place to Kit Kat, who, if I'll remind you guys, has no end plate.
Just to keep my eyes on this front pack.
Kit Kat has crashed, or well, not crashed, spun around. I think that was with contact to Manda.
It's still green flags though. No virtuals, no safety cars, so we are still racing.
Felix and Dave will to will going up to turn 1. Felix takes the inside, David on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like Dave even backed all the way out there, didn't it?
And Shiny gets 2 positions from it.
Well done from Shiny.
He's up to 7th.
I think it's gonna be hard to get a bit of racing going now. I think in the wet, I don't see Vihan or anyone up the front making a move. Yeah, no, he's far too far back.
The 50 going wide at turn 3, allowing Killer to just slide on through. And
Felix a 3-second penalty. He's the first one to get a 3-second, and he still has that 10-second, although unfairly given.
Dismal collects Manda. Manda spins, Dismal can carry on.
Axolotl back there as well. He's having a bad day.
We go on board with Akala now, who's chasing Dave Drake and Shiny.
Oh, I think
DRS isn't active. Slipstream will be.
I think Euros there is lagging a little bit. He's kind of popping in and out there. That was interesting to see. I thought Hutamari had got him there, but not the case.
I mean, this looks a lot drier than what we had.
Yeah, definitely. Especially at the very end, it was very wet. Vihan makes a move on Jezza, but it looked a lot. I think a couple of these people are having connection issues, to be honest.
Yeah, I see what you mean with Euros.
Yeah, Hutamari got past them in the end there. Hutamari flying in the wets, actually. Jesus, he's flying in the wets.
Super clean racing from Vihan and Jezza, going wheel to wheel through turn 4.
They're still going.
Wheel to wheel.
Wow.
Jezza loses that a little bit. I think Hutamari is going to want to catch up and capitalize on any mistake.
I mean, I'm actually surprised that there's been no virtual, there's been no full course safety car. We might get a full clean race. Obviously, don't want to commentate or curse it, but it's looking decent right now.
As we're watching some of these battles, Fippy does get 3-second penalty. See the McLaren of Axolotl spinning in sector 2.
That's unfortunate. Anyway, we'll quickly mention at the front here, as Koof is very far down the road, 4.5 seconds. Vihan and Jezza still near enough to be racing each other, and Euros is trying to hunt down Hutamari once again. Siumas is in P6, a little bit too far back of Euros, but he's holding off Felix nicely, who obviously has all of those penalties.
And dives down inside turn 4, gets the move done before they get out of the exit. Into turn 5.
So Vihan and Jezza are definitely still racing.
Yeah, this fight's definitely not over.
There's a Axolotl 3-second yet.
But what is going on further back from 6th, 7th, and 8th?
That was weird. It almost looked like Felix backed out there for a second.
DRS enabled, so
Oh my! Shiny's all of a
it's
sudden.
becoming
Oh, it's
dry.
dry.
Oh,
Wait, Shiny's in. Wait,
CMS
Shiny might have
sticks on
absolutely
it.
nailed it. I mean, he's got his pit limiter on very early. Jesus, you could have done 3 more laps in the time it took him to enter the pits there. That was super unfortunate. Austria is a scary pit entry, to be fair, if you don't know where the line is.
True. It does creep up on you a little bit.
We've got Vihan and Jezza battling still for P2.
It's going to be interesting to see if these both blink at the same time to pit onto what I would assume mediums, because the hard tyre is still banned.
Yeah. I mean, surely mediums is your only option. Go medium to the end. I mean, softs would have only done 6 laps anyway, right?
Yeah, so around that.
So yeah, you can go mediums to the end here now, and I think you'd be well off.
Jezza's sliding. So's Vihan, actually. Who's going to pit? They're both going to pit at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring up a tire delta to make sure. Oh, and just because I wanted to check.
Jezza carries on. Vihan pit.
Euros unfortunately disconnected, and he is now AI.
See if I can invite him back.
I just want to let him know.
Oh, okay, they're not appearing online.
Yeah, he's disconnected, and because he's disconnected, his AI has gone on to hard. So unfortunately, Euros will be out. Everyone else is on mediums.
I mean, he came into this race with bad connection anyway, so not ideal. But Kuford is still staying out, so he clearly thinks that it's not time for the dry tyre yet.
Yeah. It's weird because once DRS is on, once DRS turns on, it's usually definitely dry. I think Vihan is going to come out very far in front here. Let's keep checking an eye on that gap. Here we go, pit for Koof.
CMS and Dave Dyke.
Look how much Vihan is gaining.
Oh, Koof gets 10 seconds.
Oh, no. That's devastating. That's devastating. Now, to be fair, he had built a 10-second gap, so maybe it's not the end of the world. Maybe he can continue to eke out that gap.
He's just going to want to hope that there's no late safety car. And as I say that, the Aston of Dismal, who is still on inters.
Vihan is coming down the pit straight now. Will he get Jezza onto the final corner, onto the first corner? He's gone very wide. That'll definitely be a warning. He's coming out side by side with Jezza. So actually, Jezza did not lose that much time going another lap. And they're still side by side.
Very late on the brakes. Jezza goes for the switchback, gets it done.
We're going to see now. I don't think Vihan has an answer. Yes, he does not have his DRS on.
And he chooses to not deploy his battery and probably save it for another
There's a stake going for a lovely dive off to the track. Fippy, who is still on inters. Oh, this is going to be a horror. This is going to be a horror show. I'm going to keep my eyes on Fippy because he is going to be very slow through this sector. Oh, he's gone off track. Oh, and he's come back on track in front of Killer, and he's blocking Killer. Oh my God, he needs to pit. He's caused a ruckus there.
But if we remember, Shiny was the first one to come into the pits to change off the intermediates, and he's up in 6th.
Yeah, that is a good run from Shiny there.
Still in DRS.
Yeah, Fippy making the right decision now, finally coming off.
Gets moved done before they get into turn 1.
Let's see now. There's actually a decent fight for the podium here now. Oh, he's gonna stay in front of him, and they're both gone wide. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. It was definitely a bit of a move across on the nose of Hutamari, but Hutamari didn't even try to back out. Keep an eye, Euros on Shiny. I think this is Euros' AI still.
I think so, yeah. I haven't seen the...
Oh, and there's been damage. Oh, and Felix has absolutely pushed his way through. That was interesting. I think he's just rear-ended the AI, and he just put his foot down. And he's pushed both Shiny and Euros' AI out the way. Interesting that one. Anyway,
Shows
we
I had
continue
a
on.
very interesting interpretation of track limits there, and in doing so does receive a 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
But Kuford is still ahead.
And he's
Quite
still pumping
comfortably
in
as well,
fastest
4
laps, yeah.
seconds.
Although, as we say that, Vihan does gain a little bit of time. Oh, Ikala gets himself a 3 seconds.
But with this battle for second, I do think that Kufra will actually end up being able to just cruise ahead. I think these three are going to lose too much time.
I mean, he actually is kind of probably hoping they fight each other a little bit more, and they are going to fight each other a little bit more.
I think Hutzmar is just playing the waiting game at the moment.
Yeah.
He knows that Vihan and Jez have been doing it the whole race.
We don't have any moves happening further down the field. It's really really the fights right now are P9, 8, and 7, and then obviously P6 is hunting down P5, so Felix, Shiny hunt down Felix, and then Dave and Killer hunting down Euros here. If Euros is still in AI, he needs to get they need to get past him quickly. Oh, there's been more contact. They're just struggling to get past the AI.
I'm on board with Hutzmar. He seems to have a lot more exit grip than the two in front of him.
Oh, and they're about to go three wide.
God.
3 wide.
Breast going up to turn 3.
Ooh, he actually wisely backed out. That was actually a bit of good of Sorry, but a bit of good driving. That was very nice.
Wheel to wheel. Oh, we've got Mercedes out round in turn 3, or coming out of turn 3, should I say?
Oh, it's Euros. It's Euros' AI. Somebody finally had enough of him.
I think he just spun on his own. I don't remember seeing anyone around him, which is unusual from the AI.
I mean, he
axolotl is lap.
Yeah, it would have been it's difficult for. I said someone got off the track there. Was that axolotl getting out of the way? Yeah.
It's axolotl, yeah. Oh my god, they're going wheel to wheel through the penultimate corner. Both McLarens. Not the weekend Felix was wanting. Obviously, when his teammate not here.
Yeah, you want to capitalize.
Biggest opportunity he could have had. It's just going out the window, lap by lap.
Oh, the lapped car was stopped on the apex. He's given so much damage, and
And we've got a virtual safety car.
Right, this is interesting. Fippy himself is on hards. I mean, Axolotl has had
will neutralize the race
devastator
for the moment.
So yeah, Fippy is out and Euros is out because they were on the hard tires. Unfortunately, both AI pits onto these tires. That's the problem with getting any sort of disconnection at all. You just have the AI pit on you, and then it's over. Very unlucky for them. Very, very, very unlucky.
I wonder if Kufada's going to want to get DRS on the lapped Aston Martin of Dismal. Oh, apparently it was. I don't know if Shiny caused the safety car, but there was contact between him and Felix.
I don't think that was what caused it. It was definitely the spun axolotl on the apex of turn 1. He was fully sideways on the apex. That would. I'm surprised it wasn't more, to be honest, but he wasn't DNF'd, I suppose. So just virtual to let him get
green
out of the
again.
way. We go green, and I've seen him move immediately. Felix on Shiny. It's actually cleanly done. Actually, very nice.
If we stay on board with Vihan, we get a lovely view of the battle for P2.
I'm gonna definitely keep an eye. I'm gonna keep an eye here on the battle for P6 or P5. So you let me know if anything fun happens up there. I'll let you know if anything fun happens back here.
Tomorrow does get 3-second penalty for track limits going out of turn 8.
We'll have plenty of those before the day is out. Oh,
so we've got another yellow flag. It's a Ferrari of Akala.
let's actually pop up the old track map so we can see. Ikala lost the spot to Manda. Geez, he struggled to get back going then, didn't he? He must have had a bad spin. Here we go. Anyway, track map up and now we'll get to see the rest of the map.
Front wing to gearbox for Jezza and Hutamari.
Well, I don't know how, but Dave Dyke and Killer have suddenly appeared in this battle. I didn't even see them coming, to be honest. And here we go. Now we have a 4-way battle for P5. And Felix has to be hard done by there. He went wide and got another warning, but to be fair, it looked like he got wide by himself.
It's a bit wide. No thanks to Jezza. Behan does gain a pet position, and he's up to P3.
If you look, actually, I know this is just a semantics or whatever, nothing to be too happy about.
Oh my god.
Oh.
The lap car of... the lap car of Dismal has made Vihan and Hutamari lose both their front wings.
Oh no.
Hutamari's struggling massively. He's got no front right to it at all.
I mean, why is the Aston Martin even... Oh no, he just is getting lapped. He's not even trying to fight his way back. I was looking at the wrong Aston Martin there for a second. Speaking of the other Aston Martin, we're gonna go side by side in the little top straight. They're both using their battery. Ooh, he hangs around the outside, but Killer's was gonna give a kiss, but he's gonna back out. Killer definitely went wide and gave him a little kiss, but he actually is giving the position back. Oh, but Dave's gone wide, and Killer did not let him have a second chance. Killer Corn put him to the sword. Now, here's the thing. They actually have lost time to Shiny. I don't know if Shiny will be able to walk away from this. I mean, everyone behind Shiny has a penalty, including Shiny.
And including Shiny. Shiny's got 6 seconds.
Yeah. I'm going to bring up the penalty telemetry, actually, because I'd like to have a look.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Of course, Felix has a 10-second penalty for a big corner cut at the very start. But to be fair, it wasn't really his fault. And then Koof has a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane.
Felix and Killer still will to wheel. Felix give Killer a little bit of a push to the outside.
Yeah.
So does Killer.
They've been pretty rude to each other, I have to say.
Oh, yeah, the flag of the McLaren. Is that Axolotl again, or is that Felix? Oh, no, it's not Felix. It is Axolotl.
That was weird. He didn't even seem off track that much.
So Axolotl is getting lapped again?
Oh, Vihan's just spun on the second last corner. He clipped the inside curb and just absolutely spun. That's devastating for him. How has he dropped that? Wow, he lost it in like a fraction of a second. He just clipped that inside curb and just got sent.
That's how quickly your race can go from
good to bad.
0 to 0.
Yeah. He's
battle,
lost.
Oh, Shiny. What was that?
He's lost a load of time to Jezza. I mean, he was in front of Jezza before he spun, I think. And now he's 3 and a bit behind.
Seamas and Nakala are wheel to wheel coming out of the pit lane. Or one of them was coming out of the pit lane. So we're going to see anyone else pitting here on lap 18 of 36. Obviously 50% of the way through.
Yeah, we've just hit the halfway point now. Manda, another 3. I mean, a lot of 3s going out. That's typical, really, of Austria. Austria is a tough track, I have to say. Oh, there's a bit of contact again. Is that No, it's not Felix. That is Axolotl and Jezza. The lapped cars are starting to become a problem. Killer kind of just gave Shiny
Yeah,
a little bit of a push out the way, didn't he?
he did, yeah. Thankfully, I wasn't the only one that saw that.
Yeah, it kind of just gave him a little push. We've got yellows up ahead. I think it's Axolotl trying to get out of the way again.
Yeah.
But I think he's getting in the way worse. Axolotl, I think he's...
to get out of the way in Sector 2 because there's so many fast corners.
And I think Axolotl's so far on the back foot, I don't think he's ever going to stop needing to get out of the way for blue flags. I think if Axolotl wants to do the right thing here, he has to just retire, I think. And he's blocked Shiny horribly there.
That's going to be frustrating.
Yeah. It's definitely a case of... I think maybe he needs to just retire from the race. He's now blocking his own teammate too a little bit.
Man. Yeah, Pichu's P5 because he was the first person to come off the intermediates.
Yeah, Pichu's done well. Pichu's done really well.
We started in the intermediates, and what lap was it? DRS enabled? Was it lap 5?
It was
lap
6. Yeah, 6.
Lap 6. And he came into the pits almost immediately as the notification came up.
Killer Corn with a 3-second. Again, he's on 9 now. Vihan, by the way, surprisingly, because remember we were talking about in Canada how Vihan is very quick, but he had a lot of problems with keeping it consistent and keeping it on track. Vihan, no penalties, and he's P3. This is a very good... If Vihan can keep this up, now obviously don't want to curse him too much. If Vihan can keep this up, he will have a very good result. Now, he did have that spin earlier where he touched the inside curb. But, you know, he's having a clean race so far. If he cleans up that one little mistake, doesn't do it again, he could have a very, very good result. And that'll be a result that Vihan has been looking for a while.
Yeah, it'll be a big jump in the standing as well because he's on 19 points, equal with Manda.
Yeah.
Obviously, Manda down in 6th, which means he'll jump him and Shiny as well, his teammate.
Manda's struggling because he's fighting Euros' AI, I think.
But I think the most heartbreak for the driver today is probably Felix.
I'd have to say, yeah, Felix has been in a battle. Manda, to be fair, Manda himself, he was down there in 13th at one point as well, and Amanda's made his way back up, so a good start into a bad moment up at the top of the hill, and then into a recovery drive for both Felix and Manda. But we'll see how the cookie crumbles out. Obviously, Felix has his 10-second penalty. Kufta, by the way, into the pits. Has served his penalty.
In his second pit stop.
Yeah, and he served his penalty, so... Here we go. Let's see. He will be doing an undercut.
We're coming up, obviously, behind Felix due to that penalty.
Let's see what Koof can do.
Oh, so, apparently I've been told by a Mr. Arkman or Race Control, a car is forced to retire the moment they set lap times slower or lower than a 1 minute 15 consistently at this pace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, being as they are slow and a dangerous object to others, which would make sense. So,
surely you would think Axolotl might be breaching that rule at this point.
Yeah, just a bit. But you know, this is Simtop and it's the Purge, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we would even remove him.
To be fair, I think it kind of gets to a point where you're what, 2-3 laps down, and is there any point?
Yeah, surely you would think. Manda, by the way, sped in the pit lane. Manda, that's not good.
Obviously, this game will not allow you to unlap yourself
Under safety car, so you're still screwed. Even on their
Yellow
safety car,
flag.
you're still screwed.
Oh, it's the Sauber
Oh, okay.
coming into the second section of turn
Has he
4 and 5.
Has he just? I just saw that on the goddamn timing. Did he rejoin unsafely
I'm not sure.
into the path of
I've not
that?
really been doing a very good job at this. I've been focusing on one driver. I'm not entirely too sure. But Shiny gets a 10 seconds for a severe collision.
Yeah, it's alright. I was keeping my eyes on Koof because I wanted to see.
Yeah, I was as well.
I want to see.
He was behind Felix.
Yeah, what he does here.
But as we talk about Felix, he does lead the race.
Briefly.
And he is technically within over 13 seconds ahead of Jezza. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean,
Kufta
Kufta.
is now catching rapidly.
Yeah, Kufta, who was very far ahead of Jezza already, has served his 10-second penalties, and he's still well down the road. I think Kufta is going to be looking at a relaxing win here. But I have to say, Vihan, who I think still has to pit, actually. Let me just double check. I don't want to be a fool yet. No, Vihan has already pit. Vihan is in for an interesting result here. Very, very good. Hutamari Killer.
Very good for the standings as well.
Yeah.
Although for Shiny, he's in 11th. Well, normally you wouldn't get a point.
Potentially a comeback for Shiny though, because he's got the very nice new tires.
We do points for the top 12, so Shiny will end up getting 2 points. For Alpine.
Yeah.
And Alpine are actually 11 points behind Mercedes in the constructor standings. But as it turns out, Kufra may end up taking the lead. Or the win, should I say.
Yeah. We knew, we saw last week in Canada that Kuf was had decent pace in himself, and he was a decent driver. He just got collected in a pretty horrendous accident, I might say. Yeah. If anyone was here to see that accident from last week, that was a brutal one. But we're coming in here now, and he seems to be taking this one in stride. He seems to be very, very comfortable here. Even in the wet, he was comfortable. So there's Killer, another 3 seconds for Killer. As I thought,
this AI breaking so early.
Yeah, as I thought, I figured that penalties would be a really big deal today.
Yeah.
As Austria is itself a difficult track, and then you've got silver drivers battling.
And as you said, almost everyone has a minimum of 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Got another yellow flags, but it is for a lapped car.
Oh, Vihan finally got a penalty, damn. He was doing so well.
We go wheel to wheel through turn 1. Killer does actually end up going wide upon exit. Hutamari does keep the lead.
That's kind of the only battle right now, a little bit, isn't it? The Mercedes and the Aston Martin. And the Aston Martin's gone for a little bit of a move there. Ooh. Ooh, he's giving him a squeeze. Hutamari's giving him a squeeze onto the grass. Oh, it's a lot of bumping.
That's going to be a borderline.
Wow, okay. Killer was not pleased with being pushed onto the grass, and definitely gave Hutamari a piece of his mind.
I don't think it's far from over, though.
Oh, I don't think so either. They're the only ones on track within DRS of each other, other than Kufta finally catching up to Felix, but it's going to be an easy overtake for Kufta.
Hutamari carried so much more speed out of that corner.
Oh, Killer definitely went wide there a little bit.
Gone with the tires. Killer is on
the
news.
There's a save a spun in the background. Who was that? LG Kit Kat spun in the background. Will he cause anything other than
No, I don't think so, because he has got going again.
Yeah. By the way, Kufrada did take the lead back very easily into the uphill turn. Very easily. Oh, Killer and Hutamari have gone round. Big contact. They've both gone round on each other. I just cut to that right as they were regaining their bearings. That's a big gap now. He's lost.
Fuck, man, is that on YouTube or on Twitch, you can't hear. But everyone has actually almost broken DRS from each other.
Have I got something not working on my end, or?
I know, I've got Arkman saying can't hear Sawtooth, so I don't know if it's not picking up on Twitch or if he's watching your stream as well.
Let me just make sure. It definitely
Always
should be picking it up.
respectful.
I know, I just
Might
wanted to
be
make
on
sure
mine.
there. Don't want this to be the first one I make a mistake on, huh? There's still a lap to Aston Martin in the pack there now that Felix is past now. We've got yellows in the first sector. It's the Saubers again.
Yeah, I think it's for the lapped car.
I wonder now, is there any more fight to come? I mean, we do have everyone in the front relatively close to each other. Relatively, I mean, they're over a second. I hope we get something before the end of this race. I mean, this one was a lot less chaotic than Canada, and actually there were some displays of decent driving. I think maybe people are starting to take it a little bit more seriously. They're starting to try a little bit harder,
Yeah.
and I feel like we've seen cleaner racing today. A little bit now. We need to work on some of these track limits, boys. But I think the driving's been a little bit better today. Especially compared to Canada. Canada was a goddamn bloodbath.
It was, yeah.
People were straight lining each other and everything. It was chaos. Unsafe rejoins every 2 corners. But this one has maintained a good order. I think Vihan.
To go.
By the way, Vihan is going to dispatch Felix very quickly here. I think Felix is trying to one-stop it almost, but his mediums are done.
Yeah, 20 laps are going to be.
I think he should pit here.
Rough.
He's gonna stay out. I think Felix is asking for a miracle here. Mando with the fastest lap.
Oh my god, that's gonna bring out a safety car.
Oh no! What happened? I was looking at Vihan ahead. Did he collide with the lapped car?
I think so. How is that not a safety car?
It's only virtual. Oh my god, I just missed it. I was looking at the car in front. Oh man, I just missed it. My apologies, everyone.
Blew up. Sorry, I think I was on board with Felix at the time, so
definitely go check his, yeah.
Stream and then
definitely go check Cody's stream for that one on lap 29. I was looking at the car ahead of him. There's Sebas spun again on the fucking apex or the next corner. My apologies for the language, but yeah. CMS
that
for
isn't
some reason went
actually
very
a
slow.
safety car. We do have the laps to have a safety car, so
yeah.
why one hasn't come out, I don't know.
Ikala pit and has actually come out in front of Koof, so he will be able to wrap all the way back around. Oh wait, no, it's not even a full safety car though, is it? Yeah.
No.
And Koof is actually faster apparently.
We see CMS coming in to change their tires.
Oh, Dismal gets a drive through.
Or even is Dismal.
Dismal's down in 15th.
Oh yeah.
Koof really doesn't want to get held up here. I mean, Vihan is not that far behind. Koof's getting held up very, by a lot by Ikala here. But Ikala on them softs was holding on. I think he just got blue flags though, because he definitely yielded. Oh, there's an Aston Martin off the track back there. It's got to be dismal because I'm looking at Killer and he's still driving.
But lap 31 or 36 here, ladies and gentlemen. In Austria, Kufra does lead from Vihan from Deza. I say quite comfortably. It is only 2.5 seconds, but they do have penalties as well. So if you add that on, he is actually almost 6 seconds ahead of Vihan.
Yeah. I really thought that it may come down to penalties a little bit, but everyone actually has so many penalties, it's not really going to matter.
Yeah.
They actually all managed to get the same amount. I mean, Jez is definitely not ever going to hit 15. I think Killer might lose a bunch of positions, but other than that, Huchamari won't really gain on Jezza, but I don't think he'll lose out to Dave. Euros obviously disqualified for being on hards. He unfortunately disconnected and his AI pit onto hards.
But heartbreak for the Papaya, getting no points this weekend.
Yeah, that is true actually. And the Felix, I remember you were saying Felix is definitely the saddest one so far because he was looking for good points. Well, now he definitely is. No points at all. Not even a hint of points.
Who's got the fastest lap at the moment?
I don't actually know even how to really check that actually. Oh, Manda does. I figured it out. Manda does.
Okay, yeah.
That's okay for Manda. Seb has gone for a bit of a Christmas shopping over there, mate, in France, or wherever he's gone.
So, man, Felix just exploded. That's what happened. I said, I'll leave for 5 minutes and what happened to Felix.
Yeah,
so,
he just exploded, I guess.
From what I mean, it was all happening in a split second, but I think it might have been a lapped car or some driver that he was fighting with touched his wheel, and the netcode basically jolted Felix, and he hit a wall.
Yeah, me looking at the car in front kind of ruined it for me a little bit.
Oh, Vihan is all over the back of Koof. Where's Koof lost all that time?
I mean, he has, and there's lapped cars to make it more interesting.
I thought to get slapped again. Okay, so apparently it was LG, it was Kit Kat that hit Felix. Okay. So yeah, a lapped car. I have been told by Jack.
Here we go now.
Vihan down into turn 4, later on the brakes.
Oh my god, Vihan's actually done it.
Gets the overtake done.
It looks like he got a 3-second for it though. Done. Although, that didn't feel like he went over the line there in that corner, but you know, the game's usually not wrong.
If I was Koof, I probably wouldn't fight it too much because not only are you on the same age tyres, you don't risk a penalty yourself. Just stay within DRS, save your battery.
Yeah, and you've only got 3 laps left. I mean, there's no way Vihan's pulling a 6-second gap in 3 laps. Definitely playing it smart here is the right thing to do here.
And even if these two do end up losing, what, 7 seconds worth to Jezza?
Yeah.
If they all stay within DRS, it won't matter anyway.
Yeah. In the end, I think Koof is going to come home actually pretty comfortably. Although, again, Vihan has pace. Vihan has surprising pace. He just doesn't have the consistency yet. But you can learn consistency. Some people say you can't learn to go faster. You have to just be born to go fast. If that's true, Vihan doesn't need to learn any more speed. He just needs to learn how to keep it clean. And you can learn how to keep it clean. So, Vihan has potential. I mean, he just has to keep it clean. Oh, the Sauber's gone around again. I mean, the Saubers
that will not cause a safety car because we have no laps left. Oh, LG Kit Kat. Oh, man.
Yikes. I mean, the Sauber has been, yeah.
He's having a break, it's fine.
Yeah. We'll stay on board with Kufta, I think, yeah. It's been a calm end to this one, I think. A little bit, not as thrilling as Canada.
No. But then we did have a safety car to
That's true. That is true.
with what, a few laps to go.
LG KitKat in the Discord did say sorry to whoever I crashed and killed, so it was LG that and Felix that crashed into each other. It's a bad day at the office for Felix, but I'll tell you what, it's a good day at the office if you're Koof.
Mercedes garage crew will be jumping for joy.
Yeah, unfortunately
Euros
Euros DNF is disqualified, but again, it doesn't really matter if Koof's done a dominating victory like this.
We ran the penultimate corner on the penultimate lap. Who still has DRS on Vihan.
Yeah.
So if he just stays within it for this next lap, he will end up coming home to get the win. He's sweeping on the straights. I think he thinks
celebrating
it's over.
early. Celebrating a little
celebrate
early.
Too early, Koof.
Here we go. I think it'll be a very relaxed. He's got battery off. He's not pushing at all. I think it's going to be a very, very relaxed final lap. I don't think we're going to see any drama anywhere on the track from this point on. It is going to be
a pit because he's lost so much time. He was within DRS of CMAS, I believe.
Right.
So I think he's pit. Yeah. So Shiny's pit for new soft. So he's actually going to take the fastest lap if he can.
Right. That's
not come
like
up
an interesting
to
decision.
Traffic.
I mean, he did have a lot of penalties, but that just seems. I don't know. Shiny didn't have faith that he could catch up on the mediums. I mean, it's fair enough. Like, it's fair enough. He wants to go for that fastest lap. We'll see if he can pull it off. Anyway.
Corner on the final lap.
Yeah.
Latch car comes in the way. Oh, thankfully the penalty does take effect.
Yeah, we're gonna hop in here and we're gonna
Vihan
enjoy.
gets P1 on the road. But thanks to the 6-second penalty, Koof does actually inherit P1.
He does indeed, and it was comfortable in the end, it feels. But Vihan had very good pace. We're gonna have Jezza home in P3, Killer P4, but he is gonna get jumped by Hutamari, I believe, because Jezza or Killer Corn had a lot of penalties. Yeah, Hutamari gets him. Will Dave get him though? Is the question. Dave is a very, very far back. Oh, Dave got him. Wow.
So killers just keep dropping.
Euros, of course, is disqualified for being on the hard, so he will not keep any positions he has here. That means Siomas actually finishes P7.
On
a good
their
result.
Return.
A very good result.
Getting dropped from Mercedes.
Yeah.
To get replaced by GT, who isn't here today. Ironically, gets replaced by the person who replaced them.
Yeah.
Siomas.
And Shiny then comes home in P9. Very nice for Shiny. Good points. Amanda and Nicala, the Ferrari boys have to be... Yeah, the Ferrari boys have to be sick today. The McLaren boys have to be sick today. There's just not... And these are the championship leaders. Both of them. The 1 and 2. There you go.
McLaren 112 points. And Mercedes 50.
I mean, Kufta has done a brilliant drive.
Yeah,
we have to say brilliant drive. He's in the YouTube chat there. Very, very good, Kufta. Very, very, very good. A brilliant drive.
Welcome to the winner's circle.
Indeed, indeed. It was
nothing.
Yeah, it was an interesting race. I mean, the changeable conditions. You go wet, you go dry. There's a bunch of lapped cars. I mean, that was. Yeah, Dave saying it was a tough race in the YouTube. It definitely was. It looked tough. But yeah. Very, very good. Very, very good. There was actual glimpses of good racing in there. And obviously if you cleaned up...
we're seeing too often in Silver.
Yeah, and obviously if you cleaned up some of those penalties, that would have been a great race. But yeah, there you go. In the end, your winner, Kufta, Vihan P2, Jezza P3, Hutamari P4, Dave Dyke P5, P6 Killer Corn, P7 Euros, who will be disqualified. So actual P7, CMS, Shiny P2 P8, Ikala P9, Manda P10, and Fippy Gamer P11, and then Dismal will actually finish P12, because of course all of those guys move up to replace Euros, who unfortunately disconnected.
Fippy actually also went on hards as well.
Okay, so Fippy, I didn't see who was the car below Fippy then. But yes, so unfortunately for Euros, who disconnected early on, and their AI immediately went on to hards. Talk about a punch in the face, that one. The moment you disconnect the AI is like, it's hearts time. That rule hurts whenever you get a disconnect. But yeah, I mean, yeah, CMS no penalties. I think CMS is talking about himself no penalties. That's a good result for everyone. Obviously in chat, yeah, people are talking about the lapped cars. I mean, yeah, the lapped cars were brutal. But I don't know, was it a case of like maybe they should have retired once they were like the lap down, because in Austria there's nowhere safe once you're getting lapped? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because in this game, the way you can't unlap yourself like you can in real life under safety cars and stuff. Once you're lapped, is there any hope?
Not really, no.
Not
unless
really.
You know you can overtake and there be another
And pull
safety
away.
car.
I wonder if maybe there's an argument for a new rule where if you get lapped, you retire immediately. But I think that might be a bit harsh. I don't know. We'll
I think it will be as well.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is the opening lap for you to lose the front wing
And have
on
to
a track like, I don't know, Austria or...
Yeah, and you're lapped.
I don't know. Yeah.
But even then, could you even recover from there, do you think?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think it all obviously depend on the track.
Yeah, I think it's just Austria.
As well.
You know what? Yeah, it might just be Austria, you know? Because, yeah, as you said, it's impossible to give room in that second sector. Because there is only one line through those corners. I mean, if you go any other line, you're either too close to the curb and you spin, or you're too far out in the gravel. So, yeah, I mean... The lap cars were definitely interesting, but I mean, a thriller. I mean, thank you everyone, obviously, for joining us again.
We had a great time.
Another great race. I mean, it wasn't as thrilling as Canada, but this was an example of maybe what's to come. A little bit cleaner racing, obviously track limits, but that's Austria for you. I think a very tough track to not get track limits, but yeah, brilliantly done. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. I mean. Don't forget to join us next time, of course, for the Division 5 or the 5th race, which we don't know the track for yet. We'll know on Tuesday. But yes.
I still actually get a lot more time to practice than we do.
Yeah. But everyone, thank you for joining us. Thank you all the drivers who were in the chat talking as well. That's very nice of you. That's very, very good. Thank you so much for joining us and obviously talking and, you know, giving me your feedback on how you felt about the race at the time. But yeah, thank you very much. We're gonna leave you guys there. Any final words?
No, I think just thank you all for stopping by.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And look forward to next week.
And of course, real quick before we go again, go check Felix exploding on Cody's stream because I missed it. It's on lap 29 for anyone who made it to the end here. It's on lap 29. Go check Felix exploding. Anyway. Thank you very much.
Go look out on Sawtooth's YouTube as well.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And that's it, yeah. Goodbye.